What? Wagwan. The entertainment fee community, Wagwan, you know the thing sets. Bless upon yourself on the Thursday here, Spotlight Thursdays. People, today is the 12th of the 11th. And more than likely, on the naga remember said this report drop on this day. But people, more positive about one thing. But no naga remember is the day it is said that Squash kill himself. The day it is said that Squash commits suicide. If you don't like the suicide and the death talk, them say on that day here Squash scored an own goal. People don't remember 9/11 for one thing, but people are positive that 9/11 will also be remembered for another thing.
Pussy while me afraid of screw face. Chop up your body fine, put her in a suitcase. Send her back a fine right when you locate. You me know a murderer, you me know a beat. Bullet a brush a girl a tear it like a cold case. Sin this enough. If you kill a animal, me know you want a criminal. More intellectual, you are bisexual. Can't style a general. Today are your funeral.
Yesterday I reviewed the Squash this song for Alkaline, this song entitled Funeral Program. We went through the song, explained the lyrics, spoke about the part them where really is a direct diss to Alkaline. At the end of the day I came up with the conclusion, say yeah, it's a good song, but it's definitely not Squash best song in the war. Comparing it to the likes of Bulldog and Pinocchio, it's definitely not Squash's best song in the war. But the part where I never gave an opinion on is comparing it with Alkaline's death announcements. And if I compare the two songs, because compare the two songs, I would have given an opinion. And the last time I gave an opinion, when it's just an opinion and I never fight against nobody, them say I'm biased. So this time I refrained from doing so. But now people, the smoke clear and the listeners have decided, and based off of what, more than I would say 80% of the people they must say, comparing Squash funeral program to Alkaline's death announcement, Squash is very very weak. They are saying Squash lose, Squash waste them time, Squash shouldn't even bother put out this. People are telling Squash to hurry up and delete this before anybody else sees it. Most of the people have said the song a fuckery. But I don't really agree with the people who say the song a fuckery, because you have people out there who are going to like the song. Just that, comparing it with death announcements, I guess you can actually say the song weak. But people, we are going to run through the song and see where Squash went wrong. First thing people, before we even talk about the song, we have to talk about the whole setup of the war. Not the overall war, you know, but just around here. But the first problem is the rush. Take a note from Vybz Kartel and Movado lyrical battle. It was nothing where today Movado dropped this, then tomorrow Vybz Kartel dropped this, then the day after that Movado drop a next song, then the day after that Vybz Kartel go drop a next song. It wasn't like that. There wasn't a real rush to the thing. Squash go apply a rush to the thing. Well, the fans go apply a rush to the thing, you know, and then Squash go catch on to it and apply a rush to it. And the reason why I said that, Alkaline dropped State of Emergency, Squash then went ahead and dropped Pinocchio right after that. That got people excited, you know, and say, yo, you see how fast Squash man drop back a song and a bad piece of song to all of them things there. Make me see how long Alkaline I go take for reply. Squash seem like him go catch on to the little part, you know, and start to put up things that say, yo, 48 hours gone, things like 48 hours gone, and I know can't hear a song. They might take forever. To me, at this so the problem really start for Squash, because people, Squash go do what the fans them do and go make timing like the period of time where you take for release a song, make that seem as if it play an important role in the war. Alkaline drop death announcements, a song was well deep. You can see the Alkaline spend like a time and put that together. And people, I am not going against Squash, but this is just the truth. Alkaline been about longer than Squash doing this thing. Alkaline take on the likes of Vybz Kartel, Popcorn and so on. And during them time that the people them can't argue with me, Alkaline deliver some damn good set of song. But me just assure you, if Alkaline I go take a little while for prepare death announcements, Squash I go need a little time for prepare the right counteraction. As a matter of fact, Squash maybe need a little more time for prepare the right counteraction. But because I think the fans them and also Squash will make a timing or the period of time where you take for release a song an important issue, a big issue in the war, Squash then feel pressured saying I have to get a song out there in time. And people too, Alkaline set up that announcement. If you do a counteraction for the song there, you can't rush it. You see me, you have to think about what you say, you have to do your homework, your research, take a little time and then you drop a wicked this song.
They did to me strap like a nicotine anyway I had pussy me fine, yeah. Kill me, kill people 6 bars, not true one. The M1 mama I long and the spread on with the double D. Optimus clap up in your face and show the trouble. Suck your mother bomb blood clot push. Be a fireball but the calico a push. Calico gun back them picking on the bush. Murder on my party valley not on now.
But people, we are continue. Next thing Squash go wrong with Squash should have never counteract the cover art. Squash should have never counteract the cover art, man. Come up with something original. Come up with something like Alkaline mother and him father and him sister ball over one body. Make your graphic design and then match up a little photo where you have a family in one corner and gun just aim on them, and you know say automatically would I get the impression that you have Alkaline family in a corner and you have the gun on him. But just to show you come up with something original, you never have to counteract the cover arts. Cause honestly speaking, people don't really do that at the first. I see that doing a war, in a lyrical battles.
I'm a man who believed that I died 20 years ago, and I live like a man who is dead already. I have no fear whatsoever of anybody or anything.
Hot man, hot them mad. What is I eat it? Hot man, hot them mad. None of them boy that can't page me.
People, you see the intro of the song, perfectly fine. Love how the man start off the song, this so different and it's perfectly okay. And then right after that, them first 4 lines, they shot. Pussy well, me no screw face. Chop up your body fine, put you in a suitcase. Send it back a fine, that's the way you locate. You me know murderers and me know beats. The part there smooth and bad. But right after that, people, you see that Squash need to take out the line here or just continue with the rhyme. The crossover just all wrong. The crossover just come like him half key right there so. And he's not, you know, it's just that the crossover don't make sense this so the switch a rhyme, you never do it smoothly. Because you done 4 bars already on the same rhyme and that is normal, that is expected. But you go up on the 5th bar with the same rhyme and then you change it on the 6th. No man, you should have just done it on the 4th and done and start the 5th with a new rhyme. But if you have to do that like what you do, you need to do it more smoothly. The 5th line here, about Colgate, it kind of show off the song already.
So I'm afraid of screw face. Chop up your body fine, put her in a suitcase. Send her back a fine right when you locate. You me know a murderer, you me know a beat. Bullet a brush a yellow tail like a cool case. Sin this enough. If you kill a man, me know you want a criminal.
Squash got nice up back the song and saying when he must say, yo, Alkaline attack boy, my intellectual, but him a bisexual and them kind of thing there. But we come after that, about 16 to 24 bars worth of just lyrics. No lyrics were really connect to Alkaline, nothing were really a sting. Apart from sucking out about blood clot bush and your little gun bag them get fling in a bush, which is early up in the 24 bars. But the next diss really connect to Alkaline, or next real diss. And when him go say Columbia necktie draw him tongue trim neck, and that was like the end of the 24 bars. So I'm just show you him go like 22 bars there so without even making a direct diss at Alkaline. And that's one of the areas I feel like Squash go wrong.
Addicted to me strap like a nicotine. Anyway I had pussy me fine, yo. Kill people 6 bars, not sure one. The M1 mama high long and the spread on with the double D. Optimus clock up in your face and show the trouble. Suck your mother bomb blood clot push. Be a fireball but the calico a push. Calico gun back them picking at the bush. Murder on my party volley not on now. Put the clip in at the Glock one go bust the bed. 7.6 total like KFC chicken leg. Me dopey up the clornaments and shell out like a scrambled egg. Me caught her by surprise, a friend them never expect you for dead. Can't violate so go and go easy look a funky dread. Bust your windpipe, your pussy tongue along out of your neck.
But anyways, right after the Columbia necktie dry your tongue to your neck, Squash go connect again the right way. Squash go say, yo, you get the address wrong, I even deal me live. So send your friend them and make them dead. Wicked lyrics that, but right after that, Squash going at the drawn out thing again, and where you have 1 mega bars, but no real direct diss to Alkaline.
You get the address wrong, pussy me there, you for deal. Send man to your friend, and me ready prepare for jail. Late night and day. Now I'm gonna sleep and now. Pussy get dead, 3-6 them out the road. We never left it. Pipe off you and one. They just see the same mad bird that better than your song. Man we kill people, man we run gang. Pussy run up on the matty, the berry and never jam.
But after that again, the drawn out lyrics, Squash nice up the song again when him get personal. The man go say the bomber I go explode, Squidward I get 4. Me know you don't want for dead, but me I go make your skull bore. Man a drop, man a slide pan spend shell. Bobby 6 ride up on the yang yang. Yeah man, Squash nice up the song this again, hot it up. But that little part here now where Squash go after that. That part of the song there for move more down in the song or just cut out completely because it just come like it mash up the flow. It just come like it mash up the storytelling. It's like it just cut to a commercial right there so. After the show I get nice again and you say yeah man you really start getting interested now. Just a commercial just pop up. But just to show you that's what it feels like to me. That part there just need for cut out, and then the part with C-View push up more, just connect it back with Bobby 6 right up on a yang. Because me get it say it's like a story I tell right. They say, you know, yeah, explain what gonna happen, you know, them kind of thing there. Yeah, say you touch on them hands and a beer man a scatter beer spend shell Bobby 6 right up on a yang. All you have to do a crossover now for say not really a crossover, you know. But go say Alkaline and try run go see if you, but you know when they circle them and go kill out G on them kind of thing there. But the little part about Obama drop bag pack and them kind of thing, they just come like a commercial in a movie where me a watch, you know.
The bomber I go explore Squidward and Yam 4. Me know you want for dead but me a make your skull bore. Man a slide past Pink Shell Bobby de pan a yang. Maka clap a man a jump and bag a pack a bomb a drop. Why you a run why you not no links a fucking see view. Me a go bust out flee go ahead and make you get a preview. You
and people, me nah lie, Squash hot up the last part of the song. Hot up the last part of the song, and maybe the last part of the song and the very first part of the song, those are the best parts of the song. But Squash relax in other parts here, you know. Him use him strength, flow and them kind of thing there. When the man go say, you wanna kill her just a pull off a stunt. Gun clown can't give murder and a conk. Then the man went on to talk about Alkaline sister and Alkaline mother and them kind of thing. They connect. Although a part of the song still, I see some people have a problem with, you know, about Kerry pussy stink and them kind of thing there. I say, how you reach right this a Squash, how you know all of them things there. But people like me, I say, the song not bad as a lot of people out there might make it seem, you know. It's just that Squash made a few mistakes in the song, you know, especially the part where I talk about gun long like chicken leg, and then right after that Squash go talk about them scatter like scrambled egg and them kind of thing there. I'm saying, people been singing about your weight and all of them thing there. You couldn't refrain from singing about food or comparing the war with food and them kind of thing there, because there are some things where people laugh about, and it's like you give Alkaline some things to really put back in the song and say, trash me here, trash me there, you know.
I'm not killer just a pull off a stunt. Gun clown can't give murder and a conk. Must see bush weed and me rum them, you must see junk. Love views up your mouth wag one Clarendon. I saw the liquor ring more Nancy boy tan. Mickey Mackin farmer girl boy, you know the man. Never fuck and breed a girl pussy, you is a girl then. Mac 90 sparks fire like semi do welding. And I'm back strong again.
But people in the first review pinpoint the direct this them, I know that this them are really a shot, and I feel as if you have to listen to the review there, because a lot of people might miss out some little things where Squash come with in the song, you know, and the review there I think it can give you a better understanding of what really good on in the song, the things them where Squash really talk about in the song. So a link for that will be provided in the description of the video. People might not agree with the things I'm gonna say. Some people might agree with what I say. Some people might agree with some of the things them. Some people might not agree with none. But 6 fans Squash, you definitely know say me not against saying that any kind of way, isn't it? Because normally stating opinion like this, ones would take it personal, you know. Some fans vex and so forth. But sometimes when you listening and pray what people are saying, and every time people say something is against nobody, sometimes you just want to see the better, you know, you want to see this thing go on better, you don't want to see people embarrass themselves and them kind of thing there. Because there was a point, you know, when me are telling you say, yo, I hope Squash and Chronicler really plan out what them a do, because if the two of them say them are going to take on Alkaline the same time, and Alkaline really go come back with a punch there, we punch the two of them and them do respond strong, it's a go look away from them, and that basically I go on right now. But people, my name not talking more from that. I want to tell them now think. You see what time I clock, you see what time I knock where up and get the car here. And as usual, my people, but
the shotgun a swell skin. Can't find a hit, and if I know me, you're not trending. Man, I watch me girl, much watch him had a shelly. Talk about what this mama ass think pussy carry. All the clown up a IT, tell it fool him I go bury. Big gun back dead, any means necessary.